Okay, everyone, for the main course, I'm going to be making some albondigas in chile chipotle with adobo sauce, and these are my ingredients. So it's going to be 1 pound of ground beef. I'm going to need roma tomato, some garlic, some onion, some breadcrumbs, 1 egg, all my spices, and I'm going to start mixing everything with the meat as we go along. Okay, to the meat, I added the egg, the breadcrumbs, some salt, and some pepper. I'm going to go ahead and start mixing everything together before I start making the meatballs. Okay, so the egg, the breadcrumbs, the salt and pepper already mixed in the meat. So I'm going to go ahead and start making the meatballs. So I went ahead and finished making the meatballs. I'm going to go ahead and take them to the stove. I have a medium-sized skillet with a little bit of oil so I can start searing the meatballs. Okay, so now they're in the skillet. I'm going to go ahead, like I said, sear them before I continue with the next step. So as I sear the meatballs, I started to blend the chipotle peppers in the adobo sauce. Okay, so the meatballs have been searing very nice. I'm going to go ahead and remove them and remove the excess oil so I can continue with the next step. Okay, so the meatballs are out from the skillet. I left a little bit of oil, so I'm going to start sauteing the onion before I continue with the tomato and garlic. Okay, so the onions are translucent. I'm going to go ahead and add the tomato and garlic so I can saute them a little bit before I continue with the next step. Okay, so the garlic and the tomato are ready. I'm going to go ahead and add my spices and cook them a little bit for a minute or so with the tomato and the onion. It really smells nice in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the chipotle peppers and the adobo sauce. Okay, so it's been about 35 seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and add the adobo sauce and the chipotle peppers so it can start simmering with all the spices, the tomato, and the garlic and onion. And then I'm going to go ahead and return the meatballs so they can so they can go ahead and simmer for about 20 minutes, and then go ahead and start the taste test. Okay, so the sauce has started to simmer. I'm going to go ahead and add the meatball now and continue with the cooking process. So we're going to let them simmer for about 20 minutes in the adobo sauce before we turn off the heat. So the albondigas are done. They have been simmering for about 22 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get them off the heat and prepare the plate for the taste test. Hi everyone, today I'm going to be making some Mexican rice. So these are my ingredients so we can get started. I'm going to be using 1 cup of rice, long grain. I'm going to be using 2 cups of water, some knorr, caldo de tomate with chicken, a little bit of bell pepper and onion for taste. So let's get started. Okay, in a small saucepan, I added some vegetable oil and it's already warm. So I'm going to go ahead and put my rice. I'm going to start browning it until it gets a little golden brown. Prior to that, I will add the bell pepper and the onion. So let's continue to brown the rice and then we proceed with the next step. Okay, so the rice has been still cooking in the oil, and so we can get it golden brown, and it's getting there. So it's time to add the bell peppers and the onions so they can go ahead and saute a little bit as the rice continues to get golden brown. Smells great as the onion and the bell peppers saute with the rice. It's looking good and it smells really delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding the water. the 2 cups of water. I have dissolved my knorr in the water so that we don't get any undissolved powder in the rice when it's done. So I went ahead and I dissolved it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the water now, and it's 2 cups. So okay, so we're gonna start to simmer and then let it cook for about 20 minutes until the water completely dries. Okay, so the rice has started to simmer. I put it in medium to low heat and will continue to cook for the 20 minutes. Okay, the 20 minutes are up. The rice is looking great. I went ahead and I turned off the heat, and I'm gonna go ahead and cover it and let it sit for about 10 minutes before we serve. Okay, so the rice looks great. The albondigas look awesome as well. They're still hot. I'm gonna go ahead and do the taste test, and it smells delicious here in the kitchen. Let me go ahead and taste. They're great. The taste is wonderful. The chipotle is a little spicy, but it's delicious. Thank you.